Some people see a room. I see 1,000 little things I haven't dealt with yet. Do you also have piles and piles of stuff around your house? If you have doom piles, you already know this is about more than just the mess. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Midlife ADHD Woman's Group Chat. Today we are going to be talking about doom piles. I actually did, a couple of weeks ago, I did a video about clutter and how my house has gotten cluttered and how that happened. And I'll probably down the road do more about clutter. But today I wanted to focus particularly on doom piles. Now I got to tell you, I had never heard of the word doom piles ever until maybe a month ago when I started this channel. And the funny part is, I was like, doom? Why do people say doom piles? Are they like death piles? So I used to sell on eBay. And us resellers would call, so it sounds like doom piles, we would call inventory that we had not listed yet. So we had bought it because, let's be honest, the dopamine rush, we all love buying. And we would call them death piles. Like, oh my God. And they were like a source of shame, embarrassment, frustration, you name it. So similar to doom piles. So I had never heard of the word doom pile. So I don't know when this was, 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was like, let me look that up. What does a doom pile mean? And then it said, didn't organize, only moved. That's what doom stands for. Didn't organize, only moved. Story of my life. Oh my God. My famous words. I say this to myself, never hearing of the word doom. Never heard of doom, and it's such an accurate. And I love ones that are like double entendre. They have double meanings, words and phrases that do. I always think they're so clever. Doom, I had never heard of it. And guess what? I always say my famous words are. Well, I have many famous words, but one of them is for now. I say this multiple times a day around my house. I'm going to move this for now. Let me put this over here for now. I need that here, but let me move that for now. Oh my God, I say it all the time. Move, 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 move. It's like, whack-a-mole. Put it over there, put it over there. It's craziness. I do it all the time. So I'm reading doom piles. I'm like, oh, let me read more about this. This is my for now. Oh my God, I do it all the time. So I did look it up. So sometimes I like to look up things and, get stuff from Attitude Magazine or other places, that are, believable and good. Anyway, so why, this is just a quick little blurb from, I didn't cite it, so I'm not sure from whom. But anyway, why doom piles happen. Decision fatigue. Oh God, I could talk about that. Cleaning a room requires many micro decisions. Yes. Do I keep this? Where does this belong? Is this trash? If your working memory or energy is tapped out, the brain stops sorting and moves the clutter into a single pile to deal with later. Mo's for now pile, as I call it. I do this all the time. And I was thinking, you know what? I was thinking of, oh yeah, what would I like to talk about today? For those who are new to my channel, I am 62. My name's Maureen, in case sorry if I didn't introduce myself. I am 62. I was diagnosed 2.5 years ago with what I call severe ADHD. The neuropsychologist did not call it severe, but he did give me a 7-hour evaluation. And he said I was unusual in the fact that I check every symptom box. So I check every symptom box for, I think you're supposed to have 5 out of 9, I think it is, in the DSM-5. I think it's 5 out of 9 for adults. I have 9. So I have 9 on the inattention side. I have 9. I think my numbers are right. I have 9 on the hyperactivity side. I check every box. So lucky me. So, as I always joke, I'm not looking for sympathy from others, but I do give it to myself. I really do. I give myself, you know what? I know for some people they don't want to be labeled, and I respect that. Because, with a label comes negativity too. But for me, labels help me. You know what? It helps me give myself grace. It helps me with self-acceptance. And I got to be honest, and he said this in a very nice way. And, I don't know about you, when I paraphrase sometimes, I think it comes across as very either cold or matter of fact or whatever. And he was a lovely man. I really like this neuropsychologist. He was, I'm going to guess, in his 70s, and he was actually semi-retired. And at the end of the feedback, I met him in person, but then the feedback was like a Zoom call or a Doxy Me, I think they call it, for privacy. One of those calls a few weeks later. And I did say to him, oh, geez, you retire if you need to retire, but you're so good at this field, I almost hate to see you retire. Just a really beautiful, warm bedside manner, and you can probably only imagine, but that poor guy put up with me testing. I mean, I'm stopping. He's trying to do a stopwatch and test me, and I'm asking him questions, and I am talking out loud, because the talking out loud to myself actually helps me focus. And I'm like, oh, I can't believe how hard this one is. And he's timing me for 30 seconds to do this test. And I'm chit-chatting about, yeah, this is really hard for me. This doesn't come easy. Or, oh, wow, I got that one pretty. I'm sure I'm right about that, right, Doc? I think I did a great job. The poor guy was probably like, let me the hell out of here. No, he's probably retired after, giving me a neuropsych. Anyway, I got off on a tangent. I know it's hard to believe, everybody. I got a little tangent. So let me get back on. Thank God I've got notes in front of me. If you see me look down a little bit, I have my laptop. I mean, I need it. I'm going off and I can't even remember, the topic if I don't have notes. Okay. So I did talk about clutter. Clutter is a big thing. I think clutter it's so hard for us. I know what I wanted to say. The reason why I think for me a label's important is because it gives me grace and self-acceptance. And ultimately, we have to be our own best friend. I have always said that. In our lives, I think each of us need to be our own best friend and love ourselves, for sure. All right. So when I read again recently about the doom pile, I'm like, oh, that's gotta, didn't organize, only moved. Isn't that clever? A double entendre, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, oh, God, that's my for now thing. That's what I'm always saying, for now. All right, so today I'm like, what topic do I want to do? I have many to choose from, as I just told you. Many symptoms. And that's how I choose a topic. I'll be honest with you. I kind of choose a topic that is just fresh for me because I have so many freaking symptoms. I just choose a symptom that's resonating with me that day. I'm not kidding. So I might 2 weeks ahead brainstorm different symptoms, how it relates to me. But the day of the filming, I'm usually just kind of like, what's speaking to me? On occasion, I'm a little more organized and I'm like, I really want to talk about this tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. But today I was like, oh, doom piles, let's do that. Then as I decide to do it, I'm like, oh, I've got an example from 2 hours ago. Why don't I talk about that? All right. I have mentioned before, I am a photographer, hobbyist photographer, do it for fun, been doing it for, I got into digital photography in 2003. I bought my first DSLR in 2010. And, I've done lots, so a long time. And for a long time, my daughter was a model. And for a long time, I taught myself conceptual photography, which is really what I love to do, and portrait photography, really to build her portfolio. And, because I found it fascinating and interesting. So we kind of both helped each other build our portfolios. It's been a lot of fun. And then I've worked with other models, too, through the years. And anyway, so when I love conceptual, I love the whole creativity. Conceptual photography is like, you might... you have a concept, and then and this is where my ADHD brain, I'm telling you, super helpful and creative. Anyway, I'm getting way off track. So anyway, I'm very choosy. So I'm using my, mirrorless camera. I'm using my gorgeous art lens. It's a 50 millimeter 1.4 art lens from Sigma. and it's very flattering to skin, so hey, it's 62, I'll take it. So it's like, it's not like I add a filter, it's not adding a filter, but it's soft, and it's really beautiful. So I bought this lens for, doing portrait photography. And so I was like, when I decided to do this channel, I'm using all my high-end stuff because it's easier to do a phone, but I want to do it, the right way, haha. It's more like, I don't want to waste my money. I've spent so much money on photography, I want to use my equipment. Well, anyway, I'm looking at my videos, and I don't know if you guys get like this, but I get so like detail oriented, I miss the forest for the trees. And I know there is some symptom. I can't remember what the symptom is. That has to do with that. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, so I'll be like, yeah, the lighting wasn't as good as it could be. Instead of really like editing the video and actually looking at like, am I, talking on and on? Do I need to like cut out pieces that don't have anything to do with what I'm talking about? I'm like, yeah, I don't know if the lighting's really as even as it could be or flattering. I mean, so basically I like to use natural light. I have plenty of artificial lighting, and I know how to use it. But, I feel like, number one, I tend to shoot in the afternoon, mid-afternoon. Number two, it's summertime, so I have plenty of light, until nighttime. And in my small office, I have like a window that faces me, so a window behind the camera, and then I have a window over here. Well, I was getting like, oh, but I don't like that it's dark on this side. So I decide today, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my LED panel light out of my living room that's been sitting there for 2 months. If you look at my clutter videos and my motivation videos and my follow-through videos, you'll see all I talk about is, I got to get all this stuff out of my living room, all this macro photography stuff. Well, I did it today. That's what happens when I have something else and my brain's churning and I'm motivated, then I'll clean, right? All right, so I bring it up. Well, of course, nothing's easy because I got clutter. My office has clutter all over it, especially. I have to move everything to put the light, because the light's a big light. It's an 18-inch diagonal LED panel. But I want, so basically it's called fill light, so I have light coming in, key light, on me, and then I've got some fill light on either side, so it's even lighting. Anyway. Hopefully it's making a difference. I went through all this. Oh my God. I'm not going to even tell you when the last time, Jeepers Crow, that I vacuumed underneath like this bookcase here. Cripes, all muddy, all the dust. Anyway, and then I'm wondering, gee, why I have allergies. Anyway, I spent like 45 minutes. I had to clean out everything. And this is what I want to talk about, the D.O.O.M. I said, I don't even have to think of examples. It happened an hour ago. I'm cleaning out. What did I have here? Oh, I had thrifted really cool. I know it's bad, but it's so cool. A TEAC, I don't know. Is that how you pronounce TEAC? T-E-A-C? I mean, I know they were always good for audio. It's from 2009, I think. I think I got that right. I thrifted a few years ago, but I have played it. A CD player with different speakers. It's high end. I mean, at the time, I think it cost like $300 back in 2009. And I got it for $10 at Savers. Whoop. A couple of years ago, dopamine rush for that little buy. Anyway, it's been sitting here collecting dust. So initially I used it a whole bunch when I first bought it, and now it's been sitting here for like 2 years. I'm not kidding. On the floor. Had to get that, dust that off, clean that, find a place for that. Guess where the place is for now? In just enough. It's underneath my desk, everybody. Yeah, by my feet. Yeah, that's where it is for now, everybody. Yeah, that's a doom. I just created another doom pile. Yay for me. What else did I have to get out from there? I think that was it. All right, I did have to do cleaning and stuff. But I was able to put my lighting up. And let me just tell you this, the lighting's staying where it is. I ain't moving it again. Pain in the ass. Hopefully I could say that word on YouTube. I'm assuming I can. Anyway, yeah. But I thought that was a great example. And I don't know about you guys, but do you read about ADHD and be like, wait, that's part of ADHD? I feel like every day I find something, sometimes more than one, that I'm like, oh wait, this thing about me is part of ADHD? What? It is? I just find doom piles, making doom piles. And like it says, If your working memory or energy is tapped out, the brain stops sorting and moves the clutter into a single pile to deal with later. Oh my God. Yeah, the problem is that, I do that a lot. Oh my God. Like I said this in the clutter video, I would never pan, you guys. I'd be too embarrassed. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty out there and vulnerable, but I don't think I need everybody to be seeing my cluttered mess of an office. It's getting there though. I've got like an 8 or 9 foot desk, and I would say at this point it is about 1/3 clean. 1/3 clean and organized. And I've kept it this way at this point for like 2 months. So there is hope for me. Hope for me, hope for me. All right. So, I want to do a short video about that. It kind of clicked in my head. I want to know about you guys. Do you guys have doom piles? Do your doom piles tend to be like one like in one room or one kind of thing? Or are they kind of scattered all over? Because I feel like I have doom piles a lot of my house. Not every single part of my house, but a lot of my house. A lot of it has, I'll deal with that later. Well, I got to run to work now. I can't do it. Well, I can't do it now. I'm so busy, that kind of thing. And imagine all the clutter that is in my brain. It's craziness. It is. So, my hope is, I give myself grace. And my thought is the more I learn, the more tools I can learn to deal. A little bit, one day at a time. Definitely, I've mentioned this before in all my videos. I think I've mentioned it. I've been in recovery from alcoholism for 22 years, and I am a big believer in AA and 12-step programs, and one day at a time. I actually don't go to meetings now like I used to go. The first 2 or 3 years I went to regularly, and I go on occasion online, but I am a big believer in the one day at a time philosophy about everything in life. One day at a time, that's all we can do. All right, everybody. So please comment if you have anything at all, anything that you're saying, oh, wow, Mo, I know what you mean. I've got these doom piles all over the place. And I also say, for now. I mean, I just can't believe I've been saying that all the time. Okay, let me move this for now. So do you guys have anything else that you're moving for now? Let me know in the comments. And again, if you know of any woman in midlife with ADHD or suspects she has it, going through perimenopause or menopause or beyond, if you think this channel would be helpful, please share it, because I really do want to build a community of like-minded women so we all can kind of, help each other out, and, this one thing I learned from AA that has always stayed with me is when there is a group of people with the same problem, shame goes out the window. You really realize that, wow, this isn't me. It isn't a character defect. It's, it's an addiction, or it's the way my brain works. And, if you can realize that, the shame really does fall and leave you. It really does, or at least that's been my experience. All right, everybody. Until next time.